One of the most popular times to visit Budapest is at the end of the year during the festive season, because the Christmas markets bring the holiday joy to the streets and the squares here in the city. And while it could be a lot of fun to visit some of these markets, they are not perfect by any means. If you visit them without the proper guidance and information, your visit may lead to a letdown. So in this video, we will share with you all the information, all the tips and tricks you need to visit one of these Christmas markets and have a lovely festive time here. So let's dive into one of the most popular markets here at the St. Stephen's Basilica. Let's go! So let's start with some essential information. For example, what is it that you need to bring to one of these Christmas markets? Well, cash will definitely not be on that list because all of the stalls here will accept bank cards. We did see a few stalls that said that they do accept cash, but you don't need to worry about things like what kind of currency to bring. Just bring your bank card or your card on your phones. Use that to pay for anything when you visit some of these stalls here. Now, it's also important to set your expectation when it comes to prices, because there's a lot of different kinds of food here, starting from some traditional items like the stuffed cabbage and sausages, all the way to schnitzels and even salmons. But their prices will be very, very high, almost at restaurant levels. But of course, these are not kitchens running like a restaurant. They won't be at the quality level of restaurant menus. However, so far, whenever we came here, and believe me, we came here almost every year when we were making this channel, and every time we had something like a stuffed cabbage, and we were never really disappointed. Prices were always high for those, but we always enjoyed eating some of that traditional Hungarian stuffed cabbage. However, there is sort of a budget hack that was kind of like a secret in the past few years, but this year we are really happy to see that it is advertised now. There is the so-called daily discount menu, which changes daily usually and changes from stall to stall, but for 1,600 forints, you get to eat a budget dish. And now we will try one of those. So let's go and see what the daily discount menu here is today.
Hi, do you have a daily discount menu? Do you have a daily discount menu?
This one, sour cabbage and pork.
Okay, I would like to have that. Thank you.
This is the székely cabbage. Székely means Transylvanian person, but the thing is that this has nothing to do with Transylvania. In fact, the name comes from a person called József Székely, who together with the famous 19th century poet Sándor Petőfi visited a restaurant late when it was running out of food. And based on József Székely's request, the cook mixed some leftover food, which resulted in this delicious dish that was then coined as székely cabbage by the famous poet. So that's where it's coming from, not from Transylvania. But it's like stuffed cabbage light. It's like you don't stuff anything, but you still have the sour cabbage and you also have some pork in here. Usually at home we eat this with bread because this is very saucy and we can just dip the bread into here. And we also eat it with lots of sour cream. None of that is on this, so this is definitely a budget version of the food that we can get here. Let's see. But even without bread and sour cream, for 1,600 forints, this is actually a really nice deal. And for that, you actually get something local, something, let's say, traditional Hungarian. So it's not bad. I really enjoy this. You only serve drinks, or can I ask for food here as well?
It depends. What kind of food we would like.
I heard you guys have this daily discount menu.
Yes.
What is it?
It's basically a sausage that is cut a bit, and we could offer you mustard or any kind of sauce like ketchup with it and slicing bread.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Then I would like one of these sausages then, the daily discount one.
What kind of sauce you would like with it?
Mustard is best, no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, then I'll take that. Thank you. Lovely. Oh God, wow. I sure hope so. Now, believe it or not, this is also a daily discount menu, and I cannot believe my eyes. This looks like a full-priced sausage. I don't know if I got like scammed in a positive way by getting the real deal, the real sausage, or they changed up things. Because I remember last year this was smaller. But let's see how the taste is. It's a perfectly fine and good Hungarian sausage. It could be a little bit warmer, but they tried to microwave it a little bit, but still, nice paprika flavors, just excellent. For 1,600 forints, this is a bargain. And think about it this way, you could get the székely cabbage over there, you can get this as well. It's like a full meal for the price of 3,200 forints. There goes my math. And I still haven't drank a pálinka shot tonight. This is good. Daily discount menus, excellent. Now, usually these times in Budapest are some of the coldest at the end of November and December and January. So our hands are already freezing from taking all of this nice footage for you guys. So we're gonna try and warm it up with some Mulled wine. Let's go and grab some nice hot cups of those festive drinks. Now, also another word of advice. Before you pay for anything, always check the amount on the terminals, because we heard about some bad experiences where the wrong prices were displayed on the terminals, or maybe there was some sort of a miscommunication, a misunderstanding. Like right now, I was actually surprised about the price of your wine because I thought it's gonna be cheaper. But then I looked up and I realized, I was looking at the wrong price table. So that happens, and that's also why you should always look at what is displayed on the terminals. And you can also see that right next to the terminals there are these tablets where you can pay some tip. You can add additional tips on top of the price. If you enjoy the service, you can add some. We normally don't do that. We always keep it at 0%. But also make sure that when you use it, you put the exact percentage on there, because I heard stories of people, slipping their fingers a little bit. Maybe they were tipsy, but adding a significant amount, which also caused some dissatisfaction with how much they had to pay in the end. How's your Mulled wine, honey?
Nice. Not too alcoholic.
Now, of course, after having a few drinks and food, maybe you need to use the loo. Right next to the Basilica, there are some toilets. However, please note that they cost at least €1. You can pay with card, just like anywhere else. I would really love if these things would be free for the visitors of these kinds of markets, but hey, at least, so I heard, they are nice, well equipped. But now, let's go and explore the Christmas market even more. Now, besides some full meals, you can also try some of the quintessential Hungarian street foods here. For instance, Lángos, chimney cake, or also a strudel. Now, whenever we came here, we never had any of these, because these are really, really expensive. In fact, if you want a Lángos, few streets from here, there's a retro Lángos. You can get really good Lángos there for cheaper. Or if you want a rétes, close by, you have the first strudel house of Budapest. Alternatively, you can try chimney cake a street from here as well at Kató néni's chimney cake. But now, we're gonna change things up, because we're gonna go and try a Lángos here. Let's go!
Köszi.
Hello.
Megpróbálok beleharapni. Finom, fluffy a tészta.
Surprisingly, it's good. It's fluffy on the inside, crunchy on the outside, just as we always say it should be like in all of our videos where we feature Lángos. The only trouble we have is we don't have garlic oil on it. That's what's missing, unfortunately. Plus, the price is ridiculously high. 3,200. Apparently everywhere, the basic Lángos, which features sour cream and cheese, will always be 3,200 at all the major Christmas markets, which is on the really higher side. But if you don't want to spend this much, then you can walk a few blocks from here. But if you do want a picture with your Lángos having the Christmas tree in the background, you can get it, and it's gonna be nice. Now, one of the reasons why I really enjoy the Christmas market here at the Basilica is because of the light show right on the walls of the Basilica building itself. This is what separates it from any other Christmas market, not just here in Hungary, but all around the world. Now, right now we are visiting the Christmas market during a weekday, but on the weekends there are usually some gastro themes specific to each and every single weekend leading up to Christmas. And during those days there will be one dish that is highlighted, and you can get that dish for about 2,500 forints. So on the weekends there's sort of another kind of a daily discount menu, but that will change week to week, only on weekends. If you come here during any of these weekends and you get one of these gastro-specific budget items, then maybe leave a comment below and let us know what kind of gastro-themed dishes they were serving on some of these weekends. And probably, as you can see on these footages that we're showing to you, this is a really popular market. There will be lots of crowds, even from the early afternoon. Expect a lot of people, and especially during the night, when this place is illuminated and it is gorgeous. And because there are so many people, first of all, you will be shoulder bumping into each other. Don't mind that, it will happen. But on the other end, make sure to always be aware of your valuables, because Hungary in general is a safe place, but that doesn't mean that even this market is pickpocket free. There may be a few of them out there trying to get some things from you. Just make sure that you are always keeping your valuables safe, your pockets sealed, and just be generally aware of your surroundings. Now, of course, besides the stalls that sell food, there are also many other stalls which sell souvenirs. Any kind of handcrafted goods. You can find things like cups, mugs, or even decorations for your Christmas tree at home. Or if you want to bring home a little flavor of Hungary, then you can get some things like honey or even sausages. Before you buy any sausage and you want to take it home, make sure to check if you can actually take it home, because there are laws that don't allow some sausages to be flown overseas. Nevertheless, if you can't fly them, then just bring them back to your hotel and eat them there. So far we have covered the Christmas market at the Basilica. But traditionally there are two Christmas markets that open really early here at the middle of November. And the other one is right at Vörösmarty Square, which is just a 5-minute walk away from the Basilica. So let's go and check that out as well. Now, the Christmas market here at Vörösmarty Square may be less spectacular than the one we just saw in front of the Basilica, but make no mistake, this is also a very popular Christmas market, especially near the food stalls. But everything you have learned so far from this video is also applicable here. There are daily discount menus at each of the stalls. They are also visibly displayed, so you will know what you may be getting. And also every stall accepts cards, mostly cards. You do not need any cash if you come here. Then there are the souvenir shops, which sell sometimes even the exact same things that you can find in front of the Basilica. So if you want a different kind of a Christmas market experience, or you want to do Christmas market hopping, then getting from the Basilica to here is just a few minutes by walking. And by the way, if you walk amongst these stalls, you will not hear many people speak Hungarian, and that is because there is kind of a strange relationship between the Christmas markets and us locals. And in order to understand that, we kind of need to go back a little bit in time, because Christmas markets are traditionally a Germanic thing. And even during the Austro-Hungarian times, the same type of Christmas markets also started to become popular here in Hungary. However, during the communist era, this place where the Váci shopping street is, this is where that kind of a Christmas market was, but it's changed from the old Germanic type of Christmas markets into something completely different. It was the place for us to come buy the Christmas trees and buy toys and gifts, but it wasn't really a social gathering place. It wasn't a place where we came out to eat and drink, although there were chimney cakes and there were sausages, but we didn't really come here for the food. We go home and spend the Christmas times with our families. That's why December 24th, 25th and 26th are some of the calmest and most peaceful times here in Budapest and Hungary. Because for us, Christmas is mostly to spend time with our families and not to come to these Christmas markets. However, after the communist era fell and Budapest became more and more popular, then because more and more visitors came to the city, there was a change once again. This place, the market, started to change to resemble more of what you can find in Western Europe, in Germany today, for example, which is why we may call this place as a touristy thing. Maybe it's a tourist trap. But today, hopefully in this video, you learned that if you come here, you don't need to spend a lot of money to have a good time, because we certainly had a good time here. However, there are some other neighborhood markets outside of the city center that are more for locals, that are more for local people to come together, socialize, grab a few drinks, have some snacks. They are much smaller in scale. And if you want to know what they are like, then maybe check out some of the videos that we made in previous years about those type of Christmas markets. We will link them over here, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, and when you come to Budapest, you will have an excellent time. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in our future videos. Bye!